Hello, I'm Mark from My Italian Travels, and today I'm going to show you how to use Google Map engines to help you plan part of your vacation. What you want to do first is get yourself a Google Maps account, and once you log in, you'll get a map of your home country. I'm from the United States, so this is the map that I get. What you want to do next is go up into the search box, click on it, go down to My Custom Maps, go to Create. Since I'm making this video for my Italian travel site, I'm going to use Rome, Italy as my reference point. So I'm going to go up here and type in Rome. And as you can see, Google fills it in the rest for me, so I don't have to bother typing everything. I'm going to click on Rome. It gives me a map with this green balloon on it, which I don't need. So I'm going to get rid of it, and I'm going to zoom in, and I'm going to show you one of the best features that Google's ever come up with for their map program. What it is I can go up here, go in the search box, and put in Colosseum. And as you can see, it fills in automatically for me. I don't have to do it. Click on that, and it's going to put a balloon marking where the Colosseum is automatically. I don't have to find it. I don't have to do anything. But since the balloon is green, it means it's not permanent to this map. But I want it to be. So all I have to do is click on it, say Add to Map, it changes to red. That way when I go up here and title the map and save it, when I open it up again, this balloon is going to show up. Now let's do it a couple more times. I want to go see the Spanish Steps, and as you see, it fills it in again, gives me a green balloon which tells me it's not going to be a permanent marker for the map. Click on it, Add to Map, and it changes to red. I also want to see the Pantheon while I'm there, so I'm going to put Pantheon in, and it fills it in for me. I just click on it, gives me a green balloon. I want it to be permanent to the map, so I just click. Now I've got about 25 sites that I want to see while I'm in Rome, but I don't want to have you watch me put them all in to make the video shorter, so I'll come back after they're all in and show you what else I do. Okay, now that I'm back, you can see all the sites that I've put in. Now what I like to do next is I like to look at all my sites and find a hotel that's kind of centrally located to everything. I mean, you could have something over here also. As a reference point, from this little park to the Spanish Steps is less than a mile, so anywhere in this area would probably be a pretty good spot. You certainly wouldn't want to have a hotel way out here, because you're not going to be really able to drive your car into town and find a place to park. Most of the on-street parking is for the locals who work there, and there aren't any parking garages anywhere to use. So you would have to take the bus in and do all your sightseeing then. What I do after I have my hotel picked out, I will go in and look at my map, and I will make days out of grouping sites that I want to see. That way I have everything planned out. You could do one of two things. You could go into Google Map Engine and type in the site you want to see, and it'll all show up automatically for you. And I don't like to do that personally, because when I go to print the map out, I get this, I get this, and I get this, and I just don't like that. I think it's doesn't look as good as the classic maps. So what I do is I go into the classic maps where I have to find the spot and put it on there, and I'll show you how I do that right now. Okay, I've opened up another Google Maps window, and I get this map engine program, but what I do is I go down, click on the question mark at the bottom, and say return to classic maps, and it gives me the classic maps. I go over to My Places, click on that, go to or create with classic My Maps, click on that, and it gives me this map, and I'm going to put Rome in again, and again it fills it in. I just click on it, gives me a map of Rome. I'm going to zoom in, and you have to be logged in order to even be able to use the features that's on here. And what you have to do in classic maps is you have to go up and grab a balloon and drag it over to the site you want to see and click on it. And that's what you have to do in classic maps. Grab another balloon. I want to see the Trevi Fountain, so I mark it. I want to see the Pantheon while I'm on this particular day, so I'm going to grab a marker, put it on the Pantheon. I know I want to see the plaza here. Grab a balloon, drag it down. Now this works good for the major sites because you can see that they're on the map. Now you're going to have a lot of smaller sites all over the place that isn't going to show up. So what you have to do is go back and forth from your master map over here, which is a nice map. You zoom in and you say, okay, I see that this site is in between the Pantheon and Trevi Fountain. So what you do is you look at it, you see the street that it's on, and you go back to the map that you're making for your individual day. You zoom out, or I should say zoom in, and you find that spot on this map. You go over, you grab yourself a balloon, and you put it about where you think it is, and you click on it. And I know that I had something else that I was going to look at down here. I grab a balloon, bring it down, mark it. Now I like classic maps because I can go over here and click on this arrow, and that's my map. I don't have all that stuff on the side. I don't have stuff over here. And when I click it, I can get a bigger, better picture of everything because I can usually make things bigger. Now you also have to make sure that you look at everything before you print your map and make sure that everything's going to fit in your map. You might have to make the window a little bit smaller when you go to print it. But it's, to me, it's a lot nicer looking than the map that comes from the engine part of Google Maps. And as you could see, it really wasn't that difficult to find the spots that you wanted to see for the smaller sites. And in Google Maps Classics, there's a print feature on it that's easy to get to. Whereas when you're in the new Google Maps engine, there's not a print feature on it. So if you want to print it and you're in Firefox, you have to go up to the Firefox logo and pull the screen down and go to the print. If you're using Internet Explorer, what you have to do is go up to this black bar on the top and you right click, and then you get a print feature up there. Otherwise, there's no way to print in the new version. Now what I'd like to do after I print my daily maps is I'll take the map and I'll put it back in the printer upside down, and I'll type on it what each site is, and the sites that are smaller I could even put in the address. That way when I'm walking from my hotel I can follow the streets and go wherever I want to. Another neat feature that is in Google Maps engine is, for example, if I want to go to lunch or someplace around Trevi Fountain, I can go up in here and I can put in restaurants near Trevi Fountain, and it's going to give me a list of restaurants with websites around the Trevi Fountain, and I could go in and see what they have on their menu before I go to Italy. It's not necessarily something you would want to do every day, but it's a nice feature to have. You could do it if your hotel's around here. Rather than wandering around, you could already know before you go on vacation that there's a restaurant here, there's a restaurant here, or whatever, and then you already have maps for all that. And it makes things a lot simpler rather than trying to figure out every day where are the restaurants, what am I going to do, what am I going to eat. It just makes things simpler. And you could do that for any day you want or no days. At least you have an idea of where the restaurants are and what's on the menu. And then as far as your daily sightseeing, like I said, you make a map of these because those might be where you want to go, and then the next day you might want to go here, or combine anything you want to combine, and it just makes your vacation a lot simpler because you're not running around frantic. And this is something I've learned over all the years of traveling to Europe, that it just makes things simpler and a lot easier. I hope this video's helped you out a lot in helping you plan your vacation. And if you go to Italy someday, I hope you come back to my Italian travels, and where you can learn a lot and book everything. Thank you and have a good day.